Good day and welcome to the Dell Training and Enablement session within Pinnacle. Thank you for taking the time out of your days to go through this. Today we are going to focus on a few key items within the Dell portfolio. Although, as you're aware, Dell has an extensive breadth of portfolio to meet every need of every work style. Not only that, Dell also offers us from an end-to-end solution, anything from client all the way through to the enterprise portfolio. Please remember that all of this is supported by peripherals, displays, and then as well as security, manageability, and support aspects that you can add on. To start with, we're going to be looking at, as I mentioned, not all the product sets. So the first model that we're looking at is the Latitude 5000 series. The Latitude 5000 series is Dell's mainstream notebook and offers the most scalable platform of all the Latitude notebooks in the range. The 5000 series also offers the most comprehensive I/O ports. As you know, nowadays with everything getting smaller, thinner, and lighter, you're starting to lose a lot of the ports. The 5000 series still holds a few of the legacy I/O ports, such as HDMI, RJ45, USB Type-A, as well as C. Moving along from there, we'll move over to the high-end series, which is in the 9000 series. The 9000 series is an ideal notebook for CEOs, executives, and mobile workers. The 9510 in particular has a 15-inch Infinity Edge screen, but is in a 14-inch chassis. The standout feature on the 9000 series would be the Dell Optimizer software, which has a built-in AI tool that then adapts to the way that users work. We've got things like Express Response, Express Charge, Express Sign-In, intelligent audio, and a speakerphone, which enables all this wonderful work from home or wherever you are. But this is the most intelligent business class unit with built-in AI. From there, we'll move over to the desktops. Obviously, Dell has a wide variety of desktops, but today we're going to focus predominantly on the Optiplex 3000 series. The 3000 series is the essential desktop series in the range, which is available in multiple different form factors as well as different configurations. The Optiplex 3080 replaces the current 3070 model that you all know well. So, please ensure that you continue quoting. And then anytime that you do quote on the Dell desktop range of products, that you include the additional accessories like headsets, wireless keyboards, mice, as well as monitor stands and monitors themselves. Moving over to the more prosumer device range, there we're looking at the XPS range. Today we're going to be focusing on the XPS 15 or the 9500 series. Obviously, the XPS range is designed to be the best with a cutting-edge technology and exceptional build quality. You guys, I'm sure, have all seen it together. The XPS brings the most elegant designs and premium experience to enhance your work and personal success. It is boasting up to 20 hours of battery life, which will keep you unplugged and on the go for as long as you can. And the unit comes with a non-touch or touch version with an optional 4K display. With the NVIDIA graphics, you can accelerate your favorite creative apps for greater performance and faster speed in video editing, graphic design, photography, etc. From there, we move over to the gaming side of the lineup. Obviously, Dell has an entire gaming series on the Inspiron range, which is the G3, the G5, and the G7. We'll be focusing on the G7 for now. The N7700 is the replacement for the previous 7790. It is a 17-inch notebook that features a thin, sophisticated design and an unforgettable look and feel. It is a power gaming in a sophisticated design that easily goes from meeting to classroom to gaming at home or even on the go. With the NVIDIA RTX card that it has, it's got dedicated memory that would even render the most graphics-intensive games clearly. We do, however, also have access to the Dell Alienware range. As mentioned here, the Alienware Area 51 is a B2B only, so it won't be something that will be in stock. So we'd have a variety of options there. Please make sure that when you ask for customizations on these machines that you send an email to Dell Quotes if you have any specific build requirements. The nice thing about this is that the avid gamers can opt for a high contrast finish or darker, more stealth version. So it is available in either the lunar light or the dark side of the moon. And this is designed for gamers who want the most performance, both in game as well as across other hobbies. To round off the gaming experience, not only does Dell have the Alienware keyboards and mice, but also has a range of Alienware headsets, anything starting from the entry-level unit, which is the AW310H, all the way up to the AW988 wireless gaming headsets. These are all in stock at this moment in time, so please ensure that you add these onto any accessories, options, etc. Now I'm going to hand over to Ricky, who's going to talk you through deal registrations and talk to you about enterprise portfolio.
Good day, everyone. As Brett mentioned, we're going to just run through deal registrations with Dell. To create any deal registration with Dell, both clients and enterprise need the same sort of information. This information is the contact, name and surname, as well as the email address of the end client or the end customer where the equipment's going to end up. Not the reseller, it's got to be the end customer. The email also has to correspond with the domain of the end customer. So you can't really use a Gmail account for this customer, we have to utilize their stuff. And another important fact is that as a minimum for any client products, so your laptops, your desktops, it's a minimum of $25,000 as for the deal registration value. Lucky enough, on the enterprise side of things, this is reduced to $10,000. So you can almost get away with almost a single server. Now, the first enterprise product that we want to talk about is the #1 server in the world, being the Dell PowerEdge server. The naming convention is very easy to remember, with the first letter denoting the format of the server being rack, power, modular, etc. The next number represents a series of servers starting with 1 and goes all the way through to 9, being a high-end 4-socket server. This is followed by the generation of the server, with the current generation being the 14th generation. And finally, the last number represents the type of processor within the server, with 0 denoting Intel and 5 denoting an AMD processor. As a quick note, to decide on which server to offer a customer, if the request for a server is 64 gigs of RAM, we can offer any of our entry-level servers, which can take up to a maximum of 64 gigs. And a great option to start with is the Dell PowerEdge T140 server. If you weren't aware, we also stock Dell switches, and we have a few of the N-series switches in stock, ranging between 24 ports as well as 48 ports, as well as offering the Power over Ethernet or PoE variant of the switches. And in addition to the switches, we also stock transceivers, which will allow the switches to connect to each other via 10 gigabits per second. And this is via an SFP plus transceiver. So when you search the stock file, look for the 407-BB stock codes for both the short range and long range options. Now, the next product we want to discuss is the Dell Data Protection Suite of appliances, which Pinnacle now has the full rights to offer our customers. This starts from the entry-level PowerProtect DD3300, which protects 4 terabytes of data, all the way to the DD9600, which will protect petabytes of the customer's information. One of the nice offerings that Dell also provide within the tower servers is that they can be converted and installed into a rack, rather than just sitting underneath a desk or in a cabinet. And also, when you guys are quoting your customers on Dell servers, please don't forget to attach Windows Server licenses, but make sure that you license the minimum amount of cores, being 16. But also note that when you quote your customer, make note of the number of cores that each CPU has. So that's very important on your licensing requirements. And note, please remember, when you need pricing on Dell client products, which consists of Dell laptops, desktops, and peripherals, as Brett mentioned earlier, also the likes of peripherals like monitors, keyboards, and mice that are not found in the Dell commercial and consumer price list, please send your request to Dell Quotes, the Dell Quotes mailbox. If you need pricing on Dell servers or switches, which are also not found in the Dell Enterprise price list, then please submit the request through to Dell Solutions mailbox. And if you've got any other requirements, again, utilize those mailboxes that are specifically designed for the requirements that you're looking for. And that's it, guys. So thank you for your time. Hopefully you take some of this knowledge with you and enjoy.